this will be a casual clear of Katsuragi challenge mode, and I will explain the strategy later, but briefly because most of it is written in the guide already in more detail. So I say casual, but it's a mix of casual and tryhard. So I have Dev 30 Nakimov, but my Fritz is not maxed yet, level 120 only, and not 200 affinity. So the timing will be a bit different than what I showed in the guide. So let's go over what I'm using. So for Soyuz, no table, because table will mess with sync. So double shell to keep sync with Nakimov, and only have 2 LA9s right now. So maybe later in the month when I get 3 and I've maxed Fritz, I can go for a speed run. For the Vanguard, we use fast guns with lots of shells. It's also written in the guide already. And then I'm also using no cats. And for submarines, just bring any Tempesta ship you might have. And then the guns don't even have to be good. Like 12 pounder is the best, but the farmable one would also be fine. And then obviously add more if you have more. If you don't have more Tempesta subs, then just add normal subs. And I see that my main fleet is doing about 8% of the boss's HP every strike. So the next one will drop the boss below 70% HP, so I summon the Tempesta subs right now. So that after the main fleet attacks now, the boss will get shields, and then the Tempesta sub is already ready and shooting at it. Alright, so here's the challenge mode guide. This is the home page, relevant to all 12 months. It's just some disclaimers and warnings, like telling you how to do timing and stuff. This month is January, so for January, basically you want to break Katsuragi's shield, and to do that, only the Vanguard pellets can do it. So battleship salvos will skip over the shield, and aircraft carriers just skip the shield as well. And one thing to note is that Katsuragi tends to hang in the back. So Vanguard guns with low range, like 50 range, will be slightly worse than usual. So basically when you're choosing Vanguard guns, you can just go to the wiki page, like list of destroyer guns, and then max enhance or max rarity, and sort by this rounds per second. So for destroyer guns, we actually have these 3 fast guns, but these 3 fast guns all have 50 range, 50 targeting range, and that's not really good. So the Twin 100 Kai is still good because it's rainbow, but I would say that the best gun is Twin 138.6 as usual, like with or without the range, it's best. And then these 2 130mm are also good, the Chinese copy and the original Russian. So basically, the 1st and the 4th through 6th guns are good for destroyers. And for light cruiser guns, you do the same thing, like max enhance or max rarity, and sort by rounds per second. The first 2 guns are good, and that's basically it. Although the rainbow gun could be okay for limit, like it has much worse shells per second. It'll not break the shield really fast, but it does more damage. But I recommend the first 2 guns, even if your rainbow gun is plus 13 and these are plus 10, use the gold ones. And then as usual, you can use calculator timing calculator for Nakimov and Soyuz. And for everything, because this is 10-minute long battle, it's hard to keep sync. I have different timings here since my Fritz is not maxed. So I'm using 5 reload for battleships and max 41 reload for carriers, and no cats. If you use cats, then like do the sync again and adjust your tech if needed as well. Unfortunately, both Fritz's CL gun and CA gun will penetrate shields, so they won't actually count towards the shield breaking, but she does have a 10-second barrage that does hit the shield. Unfortunately for Fritz, normally the 10-second barrage will increase her detection gauge, and then that will actually prevent her from becoming concealed again. So she'll be revealed permanently in longer battles, or if she gets revealed. Now, other carriers who don't have revealing barrages like Nakimov will, if she doesn't get revealed by planes in the middle, she will recover her gauge completely below the red line after every strike. So 5-minute clear casual, and as expected, Fritz should have really bad damage. Or actually no. So from level advantage it's 10% difference, and then for affinity like 2% or 3%. So after Fritz gets maxed, Nakimo will still outdamage her against medium, but that's because she's being buffed by Soyuz for, what, 15% more aviation. Otherwise, Fritz is the highest damage carrier against medium if you have the freeze covered already. And then Tempest as sub, very useful for breaking shields, not really for damage.